Hi, and welcome back to Kickdown Garage. Today we will be looking at, well, this car right here is the 1988 Chevrolet Monte Carlo Super Sport. So before we get started working on it and correcting the issues that we're currently having with it, let me get you in here and get a closer look at the condition of the car and actually how nice the car actually really is. Up, 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 up. All right, come on, come closer. Okay, like I said, this is an 88 Monte Carlo Super Sport. So it has the L69 high output 305. And a lot of people badmouth these 305s, but they don't understand that there was the low output and the high output is a beast compared to that low output motor. Actually, I've had many 70s cars with 350s in it, and this car is a lot quicker than all of them. There you go, as you can see right here, everything is pretty well stock under the car, just like all my other ones. Try to keep it as closest to original as possible. Did put a new radiator in it when I got it, new belt, thermostat, hoses, stuff like that, just your maintenance items. Okay, we'll go down the side. Paint's actually pretty decent for an 80s paint, you know. It is an original painted car. But like I said, as 80s paint, you can see where it's all cracking up. So we got something coming up in the future with that. I'm going to do a wipe on clear coat, trying to preserve the paint the best we can, bring some shine back to it. Trivia question for you guys. I said this is the 88 Monte Carlo. How many true 1988 built 88 Monte Carlos were there? Do you guys know? Well, this one was actually one of the last ones made. And this was built the first week in December. In December 12th, 11th or 12th of 87, the last one was built. And I believe this was built around December 2nd or 4th. Behind the door there, when I pulled the door panel off, there was a broadcast sheet. Yes, not a build sheet, but it's a broadcast sheet. And usually broadcast sheets are found in Mopars, but this one actually, they changed it over at some point and it actually said broadcast sheet on it. It was different than your typical build sheet. Now also when I got this car, the reason why I found that build sheet is I pulled the door panels off because the original person had these all hacked up and had speakers hanging out, and well, the guy's trying to throw his foot in and out. When you got something sticking out 4 inches, it was a little too difficult. There we go. Let's see. Let's take a look there. 51,000 miles on it. Issue that we're going to be looking at today is the blower motor. It will not work on low, medium, extra medium, but it will work on high. So do you guys know what that could possibly be? Well, let's bring you in here and try to figure it out. Take a look at the back seat here real quick. Here we go. All original. Some of you guys, do you remember that guy right there from your Champion Auto Parts store? Very popular in the 80s and 90s. And then one other thing, the optional headliner support. That's typically found in these 80s cars too about this time, so that'd be another project for the future. Let's take you under the hood here and show you what we got going on. Okay, with the blower motor only working on high, it should be the resistor here, because here's the blower motor, there's the ground, and the purple wire here is direct. So when you put the fan switch in high, it'll go direct and it'll bypass the resistor. They did it that way because, well, don't need resistance, and then the other thing is a safety feature. So if the resistor would go bad, you'd at least have it on high, so you'd have your defrost and that if it was winter time. So anyway, we'll plug this one in. We will get the new one and plug that one in. We'll go back in and it should work. Okay, we're back in here. Let's see, let's try this. Oh, still nothing. No, nothing on low, nothing on medium of the extra, and we still have something on high. So, like I said, with the issues that we're having, it should have been that resistor, but apparently it must be the relay. It's the only thing we got left. So let's go take a look at that. And I already tested the switch. That was fine. We have power going to high, so there shouldn't be an issue with the fuse. But let's go and take a peek at that. Here's the original relay. It's kind of weird because they had this one. You can see with the black stuff on the top, they just had it shoved in between the two halves of the heater box here, and should have been a couple of screws holding on top. So I'll have to go and get another one for there. Actually, they're not the right screws, so I'm going to have to go and find the right ones to try to keep this correct as possible. But take a peek here. And there's what the resistor looks like. It has 3 resistor coils for your low and your 2 medium settings. Pretty simple though. And usually where they'll go bad, they'll look right, but they'll go bad somewhere down in here usually. Okay, so now we got those in. Here's the new one. Left the old one in there. So now we can just go and test and see with the original resistors to see if it was the relay now. Okay, don't know if you guys can hear, but as soon as I turn the key on, I can hear the blower already starting to work. Low, medium, high. So there we have it. That's all it was the relay. Well, there we have it. That was a nice, quick, easy fix. Only took 15 minutes or so. With the symptoms we're having, all signs pointed that it should have been that resistor, but here it ended up being the relay. Now I've tested the blower motor, the fan switch, so I knew there was no wire issues or anything, so I knew there was only those 2 components left. With what we were having for why it wasn't working, I thought it was going to be the resistor, and here, when it came to it, it wasn't. But either way, nice, quick, easy fix. Hopefully that will save somebody else some time and money in the future. Again, like I said before, got more stuff coming up for this car. Got a wipe on clear coat. What I want to do with that is try to preserve what we have of the original paint. Paint's actually pretty decent, other than the top surfaces where it's got a little bit more direct sunlight, and you know, like any 80s paints, it just did not hold up. But trying to save what we can and not go out and spend $10,000 on a new paint job. So stay tuned for that video in the future. Other things, maybe a new headliner and a couple odds and ends here and there. So if you liked the video, heck, even if you didn't like the video, hit that like button, subscribe button, wherever that notification button is, hit that thing too if you want to keep up with anything else coming up on this car, and plus a few other cars in the fleet. So anyway, hopefully you guys did like the video, and until next time, take it easy. Thank you. Bye.